Hello, how's everyone doing? It is your fallen angel back with another video. Today, we are going over overcoming obstacles in black magic. But we're not just talking about overcoming obstacles in magic and magical practices, but in every facet of life. Fears, anxieties, why things aren't manifesting in your sphere. We'll go over overcoming all of this. So without further ado, let us begin. If you have been consistently putting your energies into something that hasn't manifested or has manifested in a much different way than you intended, it is important to find out why. Now, many people in this earth, on this world, are, very upset because outcomes didn't go their way. And sometimes destiny and fate play a huge part. The signs and the stars play a huge part as well. But for the most part, a lot of what happens is your own doing. And a reason of this is because you are a circumstance of your own thoughts, right? You manifest your own reality. So it is essential to really realize how powerful you truly are. In addition, it is very important to really want what you are working towards. Make sure what you are putting your energies into is what you really want. Look to what kinds of changes getting what you desire will create in your life. So, some people say they want something really bad. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a career, maybe it's a person, maybe it's a soulmate, maybe it's a lover, maybe it's a material thing, whatever it may be. You have to put your entire attention and energy into this. Not just saying, well, I want it, but you must have a huge hunger for it, but also not have any fears attached to it as well, or any guilt. Make sure you are totally okay with the changes. In some cases, subconscious barriers such as fear or change of something else that will result from your attaining your desire can ruin a working, even if you aren't aware of this consciously. It is important to really know yourself. Now, this is important, guys, because the subconscious mind does all of our workings. It is the part of the brain that never sleeps. It's the part of the brain that makes us do many, many things. Whether this is the amygdala controlling our flight or fight, whether this is the way we think, our predetermined prejudices, our biases, things of that sort. This all comes from the subconscious mind. So you must understand that you have to be constantly aware of your thoughts, constantly aware of how you're thinking, because your whole body will respond to the way you think. We will continue this. Common reasons for failure in magic are not having enough personal, spiritual power to obtain the focus of the working. The more power your soul or spirit has, the more easily you will obtain what you want. Now, this is not to say that some people have more powerful souls than others. Some people are more in tune with themselves. Some things come easier for them because they're just a little more in tune with themselves. But it doesn't mean anyone is more powerful than you. Anyone can become powerful within themselves once they learn the true power within. This is analogous to the physical self, lifting or moving something. If you are not strong enough, it can be very difficult to almost impossible. The same applies to working magic. Due to lack of awareness, you destroy what you are trying to create. What I mean by this is repeating certain phrases over and over that are contrary to what you are trying to achieve. Every cell in our body is thinking, living unit that makes up the whole part of the whole. So when you attach yourself to a certain mindset, when you attach yourself to certain ideologies, when you put yourself down, not only are you tricking your subconscious to believe this, your conscious mind to believe this as well, but your entire body will follow this as well. When a person is told they are sick from a young age, and they say, you're a sick child, and they are only believing that they're a sick child, they will never revert from this. Or let's say someone who's trapped they're trapped somewhere, right? And the people around them are telling them, you're trapped forever. Don't even try and think of escaping. If this is embedded in your subconscious, then you might just believe this for the rest of your life. But it's essential to never attach yourself to negative emotions or negative phrases. We'll continue this as well. This is what is referred to as the mind-body. There is a very powerful connection here. You are what you think, especially if you practice power meditation and or have a more powerful soul. So the mind and body are in cohesion, right? The things you think and feel are in cohesion. These thoughts and emotions, they end up in the physical plane. By phrases, I'm referring to my ulcers, my flu, my heart condition, etc. Don't own the disease. How many times a day do you hear people repeating and repeating this negativity? Regardless of what it is, regardless of, I have this, so I'm limited to certain experiences. Oh, my anxiety makes me not be able to do this. Oh, if I don't take my medication, I can't do this, this, and this. Because this is all self-limiting beliefs. How can you expect to heal and get well when you own the disease? Instead, say, the ulcer's the flu. Get it? Don't own any disease. Don't own any anxiety. Don't own any fear. You need to understand that your body will attach itself with what you think. So if you were to think that you are powerless, if you were to think that nothing will ever change in your reality, that is exactly why that's going to happen. If you are ever to hang around a pessimist, some of the worst peoples to be around, these people are often right. They're definitely right. Their pessimistic thoughts are creating their reality. But did they ever think that, wow, I'm right about it, right? My pessimism has gotten me quite correct in many instances, but for one moment, they could think, if I could think bad about the situation, what happens if I thought good and connected to positive thoughts? Maybe this will manifest different realities. Don't use body language. One man kept saying, I'd give my arm if... Yes, it was a figure of speech, but he lost his arm in a car accident, and what he stated ironically came true. Guys, now this may be a very nuanced example, right? Whether we talk about physical plane, physical body parts being used, like when someone says go on stage, break a leg, you never want to say these type of things, especially because words hold intrinsic power. Words are electromagnetic. When we speak, voice, speech, everything is energy being emitted. This is hertz. These are all hertz of our body, because the body is a bioelectric being. So when we speak, these are electric hertz coming out of your mouth. And what you think will inevitably be who you are, right? There's many philosophers that explain that a man is what he thinks, so he must thinketh purely. Now, most average, everyday people can say and think what they please, and otherwise, as their minds are not powerful, and little, if anything, results from their thoughts. This is not the case with people who have stronger auras. Through either power meditation and or from past lives, be aware of what you think and what you say. Now, it's important for the people that know about their aura, that know how powerful their words hold, how powerful and how intertwined they are with their past selves, to understand your words are very, very potent in this physical sphere, right? It's going through many spheres of reality, the astral, the physical, the etheric, many spheres of reality to even make this conscious thought. The neocortex that we have for speech, language, etc. It may seem very basic at this point in human atmosphere, but it's still not fully understood how powerful words are and how powerful your thoughts truly are. Detach yourself from the disease or illness. You have to be 100% that you don't want it, and you certainly don't need it. I have read in New Age books where the scum of the toilet authors tell readers to love their disease. That is the most suicidal advice there is. You should never love your disease. Never love the negative stuff about yourself. Because when you do, you are basically accepting the reality. You are basically accepting whatever disease or illness or whatever negative connotations there are. You're basically saying that you cannot change. And this is your reality forever, right? You don't want to ever attach yourself to any of these thoughts. You only want to attach yourself to positive ways of thinking, powerful ways of thinking. This is why it's essential to do your power meditations, your void meditations, to clear your thoughts and truly, truly allow the Kundalini to rise. I am appalled at how these fools with their corrupted and desecrated witchcraft put limitation after limitation in their way and train others to do so because of downright fear and stupidity that is sick. As for karma, all karma can be overcome through knowledge and application of that knowledge. Don't keep saying, I don't have any money, I can't afford it, I am broke, etc. Even if this is true, don't keep reinforcing this, especially if you are working towards money coming to you. The thing about manifestation is to feel like you already have it. That's how manifestation works. People think, well, if I get this, then I'll be happy. If I get this large sum of money, then I'll be happy. If I get my lover in time, then I'll be happy. This is not how manifestation works. You must think, I have everything I need already. And whatever you think will be a subsequence of these thoughts. So if you say, I am already fulfilled, I already have large amounts of money, it is already done, I already met my lover, it's already done. All these things just intrinsically come to you so naturally because in your body, your thoughts, your physical body now truly believes it's that you have these things and it's going to just come to your natural aura naturally. That's why they don't want you to know about your aura. They don't want you to know about how powerful you can be. This is why they always want to keep you in a scared or fear state, because they don't want you to know how powerful you truly are. So it is essential to never say things as, I can't do this, I won't do this, I don't. These are negative reinforcing words. You must always use positive reinforcement, positive affirmations with yourself in order to create the physical reality that you desire. Things come from the darkness before it comes to light. This is in many cases, right? Whether we're talking about magic, whether we're talking about children, whether we're talking about any aspect, it comes from the dark before it comes to the light, right? Instead, say to yourself, how can I afford this? Meaning, where there is a will, there is a way and a solution to affording it. Turn negative statements around and counteract them with lots of free and easy money is coming to me easily and effortlessly, for example. So we don't see this quite often. We see people there, they would be pessimistic and they will keep it that way. But if they were to just re-say this is a free money spot for you guys. Just repeat this a few times and truly, truly believe it. Have no fear when you say this. Have zero guilt when you say this. Lots of free and easy money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. If you truly believe this, then it most definitely will come true. Because now your body will work with you to make sure it happens. Your body feels free of any guilt. It feels free of any meaningless negative thoughts that you've been filling it. Remember, reinforcement is real even with yourself, right? You have to be very, very keen on this. As for the example above, instead of saying I can't afford it for something you really want to own, instead say, this is mine. Remember, affirmation should always be said in the present tense. Always say it in the present tense. Make it seem like you already have it now, right? This is why many manifestations and affirmations aren't working for you, Because if you're thinking that something is going to end up coming down the line, it's never going to come. It is never going to happen because you keep saying future tense or past tense things. You must keep everything present tense. I already have a large sum of money. I have large amounts of wealth. I am the greatest. I am beautiful. If you cannot say things like, I will end up making large amounts of money. I will end up loving myself. You have to just do and say these things in present tense. Other obstacles include unconscious hang-ups and barriers. With this sort of thing, you first off have to know yourself. Reasons and life experiences are individual here and as numerous as the stars. So everyone's lifestyle is different from the next. Everyone has their own mini universe that they're going through, their own set of nuance, their own set of problems, their own set of everything, good and bad. So it's essential to first dig into your subconscious mind, truly understand who you are, right? All the hang-ups, all the guilt, all the anger, all the anxiety, all the fears. Just get through it. Just let it go. And as easy as it sounds, that's as easy as it is. The first step is overcoming the problem here, is to ask your mind, why? Why isn't this working the way I want it to? Why am I not healing? Why isn't money coming to me? And so forth. Some people have hang-ups that go way back into early childhood or even previous lifetimes. Finding the underlying problem and knowing what the problem is, and you are already halfway to solving it. If the problem involves another person, then you have to work there and to solve the obstacle before stepping up to the main working. So it is essential, guys, to truly understand where this is all stemming from. Whether this is childhood guilt, childhood traumas, a person in your life, whatever obstacles you may have to overcome these so you can manifest whatever you want in your cosmos. If you know what the obstacle is, then put your meditations and energies into destroying this obstacle. For example, if you are hung up on punishing yourself from childhood or whatever, you can put your energies into undoing this. For example, going into a trance and filling yourself with full of positive energy and affirming, I am free from punishing myself. I forgive myself. In cases where you are carrying a lot of guilt. So the same way you beat yourself up, the same way you're so upset over life, you can do the opposite and fill yourself with such positive energy, a overflow of massive amounts of positive energy, affirming energy, to free yourself of any guilt, any doubt, any traumas. You can do this and overcome your obstacles easily if you believe it and manifest it in your physical sphere. For those of us who have studied astrology in such depth, we know most often fate has a hand in tragedy, being in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people, etc. So yes, you can control this cosmos. Your mini universe you can control. But fate also plays a part in it as well. So just keep these things in mind. Some people have lived their lives carrying around guilt and punishing themselves for something that wasn't their fault. This is not always the case, but the deal is, if you want to be successful in healing or any other kind of magic where you attract what you desire, you cannot have self-hatred for obvious reasons. Any hate or self-doubt will make sure that it will never work in your favor because you're putting that energy to doubt yourself, to hate yourself. This will create a blockage within the 7 chakras. If there are obstacles, then work your magic to destroy these obstacles before you work on the main goals. One all-purpose affirmation is, any and all obstacles preventing me from having blank, you can fill that in yourself, are being destroyed and completely dissolved. You will see if you say these things aloud and you truly believe it, it will start happening. In closing, as I mentioned before, the more powerful your aura or soul is, the easier it is to get what you want with lesser effort and time. I speak from experience here, where personal power is concerned. Performing so-called miracles only requires a powerful soul or aura and the knowledge to use it. With that being said, guys, check out our other videos on meditation, soul, aura, etc. Feel free to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. Check us out on all our socials. This has been your fallen angel, and I am out.